Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live with Esoteric Nexus. We're in the Nichols Casino Smoke Shack. And it's green. Mine's green. I've got pillows and a heater. So today is our temporary location because Mazevo didn't want to work with me. I rented a room and I spoke to the ladies working there, and it just didn't work out. Things happen for a reason, right? But you won't catch me going to Mazevo coffee anytime soon. So, for now, today we are here. Next week, I'm sure we will be in Braden's living room again. Or we will have figured out a better place by next week. But for now, we're going to wait for my mother to join, and Bryson will be back with some drinks, and we'll get to coloring. Where is my mother? So we are working out how to do the live with Mom, who is currently in Oregon. You guys have your sheet of paper or media of choice and your utensils of choice. I've got some fun little markers.
Hello.
There's Bryson.
What was your drink?
A Shirley Temple and a Malibu rum. We're going to hang out, you know. We're going to help support the business. And that was the plan with the other place, too. And they didn't give me a refund. We're working through our emotions here. It's not their fault, and it's not the lady's fault. We're there. But, yeah, guys, I went over there early, and there we go. Bad. Magic of the internet.
Hello.
There she is. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to do it live. It doesn't want to do the landscape mode live. Does that change everything for you, Mom?
That does. Let me make a few changes here.
Okay. No. But I was telling a little story. So I went over there early to book the conference room, and I talked to the ladies at the counter, and I let them know, and they told me it was free, and I would Malibu rum.
What?
Just orange juice and grenadine.
Great.
Hello. You can come in if you want. I'm just doing it live. Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to join
Gotta be on your live feed?
That's the exception. Yeah.
Come on. We're talking about therapeutic art.
Absolutely. Yeah. But we just started, so welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Bryson.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, dear?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing beautiful.
Good.
I brought my art supplies to do some feeling art.
All right. That's exciting.
He brought us instruction worker to be an idiot.
Hey, that's art in itself, too.
A random dude.
Construction art in and of itself.
And this is the beauty.
There's your microphone.
Oh,
Put it over here.
Okay, yeah.
It would have been live for everyone to hear. Yeah, permanently on the internet.
Internet is forever.
Well, let's make it weird. What are you doing on live?
We're just about to start. So we are going to talk about therapeutic art today. Do you want to start us off with what therapeutic art is, or I have a definition ready?
Well, why don't you go ahead and use your definition?
Yeah, please tell us the definition.
All right. Oh, you're so sweet. You brought it to us. Thank you so much.
brought your change, okay?
Hey, keep it.
Thank you.
Thank
All right.
you, Whitney. Just what I wanted.
I know, right? I know you'd like it. I'm drinking it for you. Don't worry.
Ah,
So, art therapy is a therapeutic practice that uses creative expression as a way to process emotions, reduce stress, and work through trauma.
well said.
Everyone had something to do with it.
Trauma makes it hard to verbalize your emotions. So,
Absolutely.
art therapy uses.
I remember the first time art equaled therapy in my life, and I'll tell you, I was going, sorry, yeah. Hello. Welcome.
This is Bryce's voice, everyone.
This is me. The first time therapeutic art really played a role in my life, I was going through a divorce, and I was going through kind of a dark period, you know? I didn't really make anything new or blah, blah, blah. And one day, I decided to dose LSD. And, you know, I know psychedelics is kind of a touchy subject in the community with certain people, but I'm just going to come out and say LSD brought out in me the therapeutic artwork that I needed to express in order to realize my own destiny.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? Because it's
Yeah.
like I was always good at music. I was a really good musician, and I love music. I adore music.
And you can kind of paint a picture.
Exactly. I could kind of paint a picture. I use music, and people realize that as my superior talent, but yet art has always been my true heartfelt. That's where the pay dirt lies, you know. That's where I can truly express myself in any sense of fashion without worrying about any judgments. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I
Oh, thanks, Bill.
think
Here's
Well,
that,
my
that's you.
glass.
You can just hold on to
All
it.
right, I'll hold on to it.
okay.
I've got 4 of them.
So for therapeutic art, for me, it helps me express myself when I don't have words. It helps me if I'm angry or I'm sad. I can show that in the colors that I choose and the marks that I make, but also take me from being angry and sad into a calm state. So that's
Absolutely.
the whole point to me, is to
Oh,
express
I'm glad you're
myself,
here.
my stuff, and come out at the end happy. It doesn't necessarily mean that I've made a masterpiece. It doesn't even mean
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
uh,
Not every hit is a home run. It's
definitely.
just
And
we're trying to.
Good rest of your night.
You as well.
You can just clip it to
and it
yourself if you're done running
doesn't
around.
mean it's anything that I'm ever going to show.
Right there.
That gentleman wants to come back.
All right.
He's interested in what we're talking about today.
When we first started, they were like, "Put it back."
So I just want
I
to show
had
a
to be
couple pictures.
like,
Can we
"We'll
do a
buy
little
drinks.
show and tell
We'll
thing?
spend money. Please, just let us." This is the green room. It's a very plan B in terms of where we were going to go live at. But here we are.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a little show and tell.
Yes, please.
Okay. So you'll have to help me with the color. I'm not sure about the camera. So all this is yellow and pink paint. It really isn't anything, but I have to say it's one of my happy feeling pieces. I look at it often and I think, what am I going to do with you? Then I think, I don't want to mess it up. I like it just the way it is.
Right.
It just makes
You don't
me
want
feel
to.
good.
You don't want to take away from the happy rays that
Exactly.
is already happening.
So here's one that has just a bunch of swirls and colors and marks on it. It has the different sectioned off pieces because I was feeling that way. I was feeling discombobulated and like I had too many things going on in too many different directions all at once. So I thought I'd paint them out. and instead I painted the whole paper and then just took the tape off. So it all came together in the end, and I feel put back together. This is just throwing colors onto paper, and then what do I see? When I see something, then I accentuate it. I add more color there if I want to. It's just a way to doodle and have fun. But the one I wanted to show for Stephanie Hebert, I don't know if she's on here tonight, it's just ink pen and pencil.
You bring it closer to the camera?
It's just making, let's see, it's just making marks.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to be shooting for the moon or something that you're going to hang on your wall, or, you know, a picture that you want to sell. It's just about making your mark. So, do you got your blank piece of paper?
I got my blank sheet of paper.
I got mine.
How many people look at the blank sheet of paper and go, oh my gosh, I don't know what to put on there?
Me.
That's me. That's me a lot of the time. So now.
But then I start getting wild ideas.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is it intimidating?
It's our own self-doubt. It's our own self-doubt. I mean,
I feel the need to have a plan when I have a white sheet of paper. I feel the need to fill it.
Interesting enough, I feel the opposite. I feel like I need to throw away the plan because the plan is what is preventing me from doing my true self.
Both of those are correct.
Yeah, imagine feeling that way.
But when
And I hope I feel truly like this way, and it's not some superficial thing, but like I truly think like just explore the space and feel like what is truly authentic you will show through in the canvas. That's my greatest hope for any artwork I put out.
In some of the things that she's going to talk about.
Well, I'm going to encourage you tonight to just take your pen or your pencil. I'm just going to grab a pencil. I am not even going to look at this paper. I am looking at the camera, but you're welcome to look at your paper if you want.
Now, let's look at the camera. I'll look at the camera too.
Okay.
I'm mobile.
I'm going to make a mark on this paper. However it turns out, it turns out. So I will tell you that my mark looks similar to how I feel. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit here and there. How's this going to work out? And it shows.
Oh, mine. You know what? I'm going to do marker so that it's visible.
Okay. Well, the wonderful thing about putting your mark on the paper is you can take a look at it and go, all right, well, if you look closely, there's not really any harsh lines. Most of them are curved. So I'm probably feeling pretty, okay. Whereas if I'm angry, a lot of times I start out like this, sketching something in, and it's sharp and it's harsh, and it might even be darker than the rest. But I just did that for fun. And it's only a piece of paper. And if I don't like it, I'm going to throw it away. So it's no harm done. So this is the piece I'm going to start with today. So Whitney, let's see your mark. Nice.
I'm feeling pretty calm-ish. Yeah. But then I started thinking about how I didn't get a refund and blah, blah, blah about the other spot. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay, Whitney. Things happen for a reason. And look at that. We got one person who was super excited to hear about our group today.
Ooh.
And that makes me excited.
Nice.
And just reaffirms that everything happens for a reason. You don't need to be upset.
Yeah. All right. So what with the
things happen that are out of our control.
Good point. Well, I'm a person that likes color, so I'm going to add a little bit of color. You can add marker. You can just stick with your black and white if you want to, if that's how you feel or what you have around you. I'm a watercolor artist, so I have some watercolors set out. However, those take a while to dry. So I am going to dip into a little bit of ink. Let's see. We're going to use some turquoise ink here. And Whitney, this isn't gonna, you're not gonna be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Oh well.
That's okay.
Fine. We're all
I can see that. I can see
we're
that
all
just
working
fine.
on our own
Yeah,
creations.
Bryson's going to town over here. Look at those two different colors. Oranges and blues. Ooh.
Why did you pick those colors?
Well, you know, I don't ask why. I just know that I feel like I should, and I do in the moment. So I'll hash out why later, but in the moment, I'm just like, if I feel red, I'm gonna go red. If I feel
Exactly.
blue, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
blue.
Do you have a happy color? Do you have something that when you color that?
I do. And it's royal purple. Royal
Royal?
purple is my color.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your happy color, Mom?
I'm a blues and greens mostly, but when I am specifically, if you ask me just to pick a color that makes me feel happy, not my favorite color, it is going to be kind of a corally color, kind of a yellowy pinky color. So this is the piece
Coral
that I
color?
just slapped some paint on real quick before we started so it could dry. It does not have pencil mark in it, so I don't want to cheat and not have pencil mark, so I'm going to go ahead and put some pencil mark in it. So I can use something that's dry.
It's not cheating. You just have a plethora of beautiful different examples here.
All right.
Um,
So now,
add in
while
some
you guys are
fern.
doing your color, I'm going to ask you some things to think about.
Ooh, yes.
Why do we make our mark? Not in life, but why do we make our mark on a piece of paper?
A wish to be remembered for who we were.
Okay. To make a memory. That's good.
To express ourselves.
Yes.
How is it expressing yourselves? How are you expressing yourself by a mark?
Well, that's a good question, Whitney. You said, how are you expressing yourself, correct?
Yeah, with a mark.
Okay. So as I was saying earlier, let me hope that this doesn't drip. This is an angry mark. If I'm doing this and I got this look on my face, I'm getting rid of some anger. And that's okay. And when I'm all done, I might be like, hey, I'm not coloring quite so dark anymore. I might even stay dark and be like, I like where this is going.
But gripping the pencil a little less tightly.
Yeah. And then now I generally will find myself doing something else. Oh, look at that. Nice, Whit.
I was going for a fern
So you have
because I was angry over here.
you're
So I felt
making
like
with the plan.
growth. There's growth there because I was quick to let that frustration and the anger go.
Yeah. Often though, when we sit down and we're doodling, a person can sometimes just start doodling because they're bored. And pretty soon they find themselves in the zone. And what I mean by in the zone,
bored, that boredness sometimes get you in the zone where you're just okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know where you stop listening to the idea and you let the idea work itself out.
Exactly. Exactly.
That makes sense.
It does.
When you and I were talking about this the other day, I have this realization. I mean, I've always known that my poetry and my artistic side when I was younger really was more prevalent, and I felt like I was really good at it when I was emotional, when I was experiencing high emotions.
Mhm.
You know, during a breakup or when I was feeling really sad, I felt like my drawings came out better because I was focused. And if I was really happy-go-lucky, go with the flow, I couldn't focus in on the art.
So would you say it was an outlet? Would you
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
because you were emotional, this was a way that you got that emotion out?
Oh my goodness, it was an outlet, but you know what? I really identified myself with that. And I actually, this is a weird segue, Mom. I'm sorry to do this to you. It's a bunny trail, but I got to do it.
Okay.
So before I came out here tonight, I was watching an Alan Watts video, and there's this quote. There's this quote from his video that he was talking about detaching from your emotions. And he said, it is easy to entwine our identity with those that we care for. I'm a lover. I'm a friend. These become definitions of who we are. When we define ourselves through others, we lose the essence of our own being.
That is
You are not the roles you play in someone else's life. You are something far more expansive. Your soul does not belong to any relationship. It belongs to the universe. By Alan Watts.
okay.
I really defined myself as being an artist. Like that was me. It was because I was good at what I did that made me an artist. And it's really weird thinking now that it was an outlet.
Yeah.
And
Really breaking it down.
I don't know. Just thinking back that I could only really focus in if I was emotional. That was a weird realization for me.
Okay. That's a good realization, though. All right. So if you're just doing black and white today and you want to continue on this rabbit trail with us, I'm going to encourage you to look at the shapes, the black and white shapes that you made. Let me get back to that one. And find something in there.
Like make a shape.
Find, yep.
Hey, Rebecca.
Whether it's just a square, whether it's a sidewalk.
Yes, or a
Like,
road.
see the start of a flower or something in there, and just go with it. Just doodle with it. If you've got color, do your thing. Me, I like lines and circles together. So my paint is dry, so I'm actually just going to make some lines in here because I like lines. They make me happy.
I'm doing a live. I do a spiritual group every Wednesday, and today the topic is therapeutic art.
Therapeutic art.
Yeah.
And I like circles, so I'm gonna go with that.
I really like yellows in there. Reminds me a little bit of oh my gosh. Kudos Starry Night. It's not Van Gogh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason.
It is Van Gogh.
If you don't have a plan,
Sorry,
What's up, Mom?
I said if you don't have a plan, that's wonderful because then you're just letting go, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Mom, Lisa?
That is my mother. Mother, Rebecca, standing right here.
Say that again.
Rebecca, next door neighbor.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Lisa.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Good deal.
Crazy. Oh man. Okay, you know what? We're gonna bring it out this way.
How many people are on your live?
So I was talking about if on my little blurb before to, feel free to bring a magazine, a coloring book, your old bills, things like that. Because doggone it, those are good things to color on too, especially if you don't like them, right?
Turn it into a happy little tree.
What was that?
But turn it into a happy little tree. That bill taking from you. Turn it into a producer.
Yes. Make a collage out of it. Rip it to pieces and put it back together as something beautiful.
Oh.
I don't know, you aren't as old as me, but I know you had yearbooks. Did you ever leave your mark in somebody's yearbook?
Oh, I remember yearbooks being a big thing and writing in people's yearbooks.
Yes. Did you
I kept my
roll around
yearbook.
someone's picture that you didn't like?
When we were going through our hormones and stuff, yes, sadly.
Yes.
I took a permanent marker and wrote next to each person so I would remember when I look back that this person was mean to me.
Oh, yes, you made your
And this
mark.
person was awesome. So you do that after everybody has signed your yearbook. You don't do it before.
People would do it when they were passing around to sign the yearbooks.
I suppose, yeah. I could see that.
Not
I
cool.
could see that.
It's just a mom.
My mother is on the other side of the phone, but there are people watching.
There's one other person watching.
There's several people that watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4 that we're currently watching. Yeah. This is my passion, Rebecca. But
Art.
it's a esoteric nexus. We talk about self-love, building boundaries, how we can be more connected with people close to us, our community, how to work through issues, different ways we can do it. And right now, part is the way that we're working through emotions.
Because honestly, like when I do art and I'm not following like certain plan, I'm just going off pure feeling of like, feel like I need to do orange here. Feel like I need to do green a little bit here. Feel like I need a little bit of ultramarine blue here, but yeah, a little pink to use it here.
Ah.
And it really brings out the inner child in you where you're just exploring a lot of primal shit.
Good to see you.
I mean, not to sound smutton, but
Mutton button.
a little smutton button.
No, primal
Primal shit, yeah,
emotions.
primal emotion.
Sure. Yes.
So things you might have around your house.
What's that?
Things you might have around your house. A roll of tape.
I do it, bro.
Good circle.
Oh.
You got a circle around, you can draw around if you wanted circles. I'm just throwing some ideas out there. Edge
Oh, I was
of
going to drop some paper.
the edge of a book makes a great straight edge.
Ooh. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. That is great. Ooh. 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 Teamwork makes the dream work. Do with you. Oh my gosh. You're going to be a fighter.
Put ultramarine blue ink on her artwork, and she's gonna do with it what she may. A little chaos agent into your artwork is always a good thing. It brings out the let's explore the space kind of feeling, you know, like all right.
I like to take my ink, like you have,
Yeah.
stick a stick in it.
Yeah.
And draw with it.
I got them doing something like that. And
Yes.
now we're dripping. And now we're dripping it.
Dripping it. Yeah, you could do symmetrical drips with ink, and that's one thing I've always been super interested in with artwork. And when it comes to ink, if you drip different places in the board and then let gravity do its work, the symmetrical things that come out of it are really brilliant, really fun.
Yes. Also splatting. I like to splat. I like to throw.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, gravity in itself is the brilliant artist.
Yeah. All right.
We have any more important questions for the viewers tonight?
Yes. So currently, don't have to answer out loud. What are you feeling? And can you see it in what you're drawing?
Actually, yes, I am feeling kind of a childlike wonder, and when I start drawing freely, I feel that childlike wonder.
Nice. Nice.
But that's just me. I don't know about y'all in the chat, but please.
Sometimes when I sit down, I don't really have a thought or an idea in mind. And so if I just leave myself open to what happens
Right?
out here, it kind of helps me figure out where I really am up here.
Yeah.
It's like,
Kinda
okay,
you leave yourself open to the great beyond.
yes.
I like
Yeah.
the different ways that you can incorporate your feelings.
Explain.
Well, like prompts, you know, like one of the things that I saw that you could do is doing an emotional wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And like kind of like a color wheel. You have different colors and how they can blend. You have a color that
your picture's froze.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I
can still hear what you're saying.
Oh, that's sad. Come on, T-Mobile. I don't know why it froze on your end. Hopefully it's just on your end. I mean, that would still not be happy, but
that's okay.
But then maybe it's not everybody. But yeah, you pick a color for each emotion,
Mm-hmm.
or you draw a wheel, and then you write your emotions that you can specify. Like even if you wanted to go like to the basics of a color wheel and do like the basic primary colors and do like the primary emotions and pick a color and then blend the colors from there. An emotional wheel. And then another prompt I saw was, what does freedom look like to you?
Ooh, that's a good one.
And when I heard that prompt, I was thinking like inner freedom. What does inner freedom for you to be free feel like? Look like?
Yeah.
Your version of it.
That's a good question. That's a good thought.
Or like using only lines or using only objects. I saw this one painter and it was really cool. They took different objects on a canvas and with acrylic paint and like bubble wrap.
Yes.
Painted that and then they used the bubble wrap to stamp onto the painting.
Mm-hmm.
Or the back of a cup because it had a specific design on it. Or a part of lace and then they sprayed the lace. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this on paper here as soon as the ink dries and show you the mark that it makes.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is also something I use a lot. It's just a piece of saran wrap. And a lot of times ink is wet.
I like that. I like that.
I will spread it across and it will leave lines behind. The paint or the ink will get in the groove and it's fun to do. But like
any final thoughts about
corrugated
this?
cardboard, I see that used a lot.
What board?
Cardboard, you know how it has those
Cardboard.
ripples in it?
Yeah. So if you're drawing over top of it,
and with
drawing
a lot of people do leaves or plants.
Oh yeah.
If you paint one side and put it on your paper, you can do it that way.
All sprouting up.
Or you could put something underneath your paper and use your pencil over top.
When I said succulents, her tongue went out.
Oh yeah.
Here are my little succulents.
How's your stuff coming along?
I like it. I like these ink droplets that Bryson put on here, and I'm adding some pink around them.
It
You'll have
adds
to show
some
me later.
contrast.
I added some blue, some navy blue blocks, because I don't know, feel
Does she
some
have?
residual heavy emotion.
Yeah.
And then this is what I'm doing.
He added the ink and he twisted it. It looks so cool.
I
Going in
can't
the
see it.
lines.
You guys will have to show me when we're all done. You'll have to send me a picture of your artwork.
Yes, better pick. And then you'll have to add yours in the comments if you did yours along with our video.
Yes. Is
Which
my picture froze on your end?
yours is not frozen on my end.
So I'm going to take some brown crayon. And I've got this piece of, let's see, lace that has holes in it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you using that oil crayon that you got?
This is the color crayons, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That I got. So I'm just going to color top of this.
No, this one, right?
And then I'm going to take a blending brush here just because I don't like all the chunks. Let's see. Can you see? It looks kind of cool. I don't know if you could see that or not. I can't hear you guys anymore.
Let me see.
Oh.
Yes, I love it. Those
So just
contrasting dark colors with the light colors really are lovely.
yeah. So just whatever you happen to have around can make neat marks on papers. And to me, it gives me that feeling of, ooh, look at that. Look at that. That turned
I
out so
want a
cool.
brown on mine. What am I going to do with brown? What are you going to be?
Some little circles. Some spirals.
Whitney, did you bring any gold color?
I just brought my markers and I've got the white pen.
Oh, you did.
Whoever draws along with this live, we'd love to see your finished product in the comments.
Yeah.
Please post your comments if you draw some cool stuff and want to let us see it.
Or we could start another post and with the notes from today.
Exactly. Yeah. Follow Whitney Barth for her brilliant posts on her notes because she loves to do her notes.
Yes.
I just stay organized.
That's right. Appreciate y'all.
Artistic expression. I'm loving it.
It's lovely, and I'd like to thank Nichols for letting us use the green room, so to speak, at such short notice.
So
We had to.
I want to know if you feel that you have got something out of today's live, and if you came in with one emotion and you're leaving with another. Because my hope is that you came in with maybe some excitement.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What were you coming in to hope to experience, and what did you leave out the door with?
Good questions. Yes.
I really
Those dark
enjoy this.
those dark blue really sense. Yeah.
I enjoy that you don't have to define everything as you're doing it, as your hand is gripping your utensil and you are making the marks on your page. You are following your instincts, like Bryce said. You are just trusting the color choice that you
let your hand move where
the motion that it's making.
Yeah.
You're not judging yourself, and in a way, it is practicing.
Stop thinking about what you should be doing and just do what you feel like you need to be
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Practicing releasing expectations.
Yeah.
Expectations are the chains that hold us to disappointment. If we can embrace the impermanence of the situation, the emotions as they come, the emotions aren't going to be permanent. Let them be visitors. Let them not be residents. They are coming and going.
Much like, feelings are weather. It comes and goes. It's never constant. It's always changing. So just flow with your feelings and let the canvas speak for itself.
Yes,
And know that you have the power to change that.
Absolutely, yeah, right.
Don't be scared to scribble on the paper one way and be, I sat down and I was angry because I didn't get the place for the show that, we were going to do tonight. You didn't get your money back.
Don't be
But yet,
don't be afraid to interject your happiness within whatever you're doing, because even if it's a lost cause, you're still injecting that happiness, and you still have your hand open to the universe to receive.
I like the different directions it's going.
I do too. That's really a nice piece.
but
You should post that in the comments for sale.
So
Let's have a direction for mine. This is mine.
thank you for having me on tonight. It was a
Thanks
lot of fun.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for leading us in your therapeutic art, Mother.
Yeah. I hope people are more apt to grab their pen and paper or pencil and work it out.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like you'll be surprised at what you show yourself when you let yourself go on a piece of paper.
Right? It's like an inventory of what's going on right now.
Yes.
As it comes onto the paper. You know,
Yes.
it's not a permanent thing. It is on the paper, yes, but it is out of you.
But I can
You know, we can look at it and observe it and make changes. Yeah.
Yep.
I am going to add some notes after this live. I'll post them, and you shared a link with me about.
Yes.
You want to explain that?
About art being actually a form of help. Is that the one you're talking about?
I suppose I just don't know how to say it. There are licensed art therapists because it is a legit practice that is making a huge boom over in the Oregon and Washington area, and people are realizing how therapeutic it can be, especially for people who can't verbalize their emotions.
Correct. That's exactly what it is. So it's expressing yourself beside somebody and being comfortable with them asking the questions. Why did you change from the yellow, beautiful sunny color that you were painting, and now you've picked up the brown crayon and things are starting to look different?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the question.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in looking at art therapy or receiving, like going to see an art therapist, or maybe becoming an art therapist.
In a way, art is therapy. I mean, let's be honest here. Doing the act of art lets you release things that you didn't know you have within you. So
correct.
Just the act of doing art. Like, even if you don't know where you're going, you don't know what to say, you don't know what, just make a mark on the paper and allow yourself to move within your feelings. It allows yourself to connect to yourself on a deeper level.
Yes. So you saw what this piece ended up like. And I don't know, it gives me one feeling, but tell me, what does this feel like to you?
Wet.
A hot mess?
No, the fish.
Okay.
And water. It's very fresh. It feels like you threw water at me.
Okay. But totally different feeling, right?
Yeah. The other one was a little more calm, I think.
Yes.
But, you know, as you were showing me your happy one and your other ones, I was feeling different things than what you were describing. And it's interesting to hear what you were feeling when you made it,
Yeah.
as opposed to how it is interpreted by us.
Right.
Correct.
And that's the key with art is like what we feel while we're making it could be completely different to somebody on the outside watching and being like,
That's nostalgic. That brings nostalgia to me, that piece.
Yeah. Okay, I'll share a quick story with you guys. So I painted a sunflower. It's the logo for my watercolor business. And I have a big print of it, and I had it at an art sale I was at the other day. And a lady grabbed that, and she just was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I've never seen a picture quite like this. And I was like very touched, you know, that she was experiencing that. And she said, I have this exact picture at my house. And I said, you do? She's like, yes. And to see that someone painted it is amazing. It looks just like the picture that they took from inside her throat when she had a piece of chocolate chip cookie stuck there. Okay. So it meant something totally different to her, but it still was a great.
That is not where I thought this story was going, Mom.
I know, but isn't it wonderful? It's just like you're saying, you know, what you or depicts a feeling when someone else looks at it and they're like, oh my gosh, this is totally what I see there. I think it's wonderful.
Perspective is everything.
Perspective draws you inward and outward beyond your understanding, because as far as you go inward, the microcosms are the fucking cosmic ray. Sorry, I'm getting. I have a very strange perspective on perspective.
Well, perspective is everything.
Exactly, because you could keep going inward and you can keep going outward, and the possibilities are infinite. And that's what really sparkles me on perspective.
Yes. Very well said.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna end on that note because I don't know any way I could speculate it more coherently.
I will send you my few notes I have, Whitney, to add with yours.
Okay. What did you think that noise was? How did you interpret it?
It reminded me of when I had a cold 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no. I can't be sick right now.
Well, thanks for doing this today, Mom. I really enjoyed
We
it.
appreciate you.
I hope everyone else enjoyed following along or watching.
Yes.
And hopefully next week we have a location nailed down.
Right. This was a very Plan B location, and I would like to thank again the establishment of Nichols for letting us do a Smoke Shack live.
Yeah.
That was a great last minute save.
Like the 90s show vibe.
Right. Like.
All right. Well, everyone else have a wonderful Wednesday. Book club starts on the 16th.
Book club.
8 days.
The 4 agreements.
Yep. Start reading on the 4 agreements. And
Bye, everybody.
Next week.
Bye.